Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you wherever you are on the globe. Yes, it is a beautiful, hot afternoon here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. Well, it is a day that we are in a mix of things. For instance, I am in a mix of things. Honestly, a lot is taking place. A lot has taken place yesterday in the news. The unfortunate news we heard about Jackson, I want to put that by the side right now. I'm receiving some of your comments. Let me put Jackson issue by the side right now. But another issue came up. Dear friends, where we are right now was because of the British government seizure of Chelsea FC. Using the European sanctions to take away the club from the original owner, Roman Abramovich. Now, as at yesterday, it came up that the EU has downgraded the sanctions against Roman Abramovich, removing the previous claims that he financially benefited from the Russian government. What does this mean? It simply means that the taking away of the club from Roman Abramovich was, after all, a wrong decision the British government made. Now they have discovered that the man was not in any way benefiting financially from the Russian government. So therefore, the sanctions has been dropped against Roman Abramovich. So everything that happened then was for nothing. Everything that happened then, with all the accusations, why they took the club, Chelsea, away from the original owner, Roman Abramovich, was for nothing. As we got to know the situation right now, it means that the British government only have their plan to just bring Chelsea low. They just want to sabotage the club. And that is why we are where we are right now, Chelsea fans. It is disgusting. Even the money, the sales, when they sold Chelsea almost 3 million pounds, 3 billion, yeah, 2 billion pounds to these new owners. The question is, Roman Abramovich said even the sale, the proceeds out of the sales, he doesn't want it. They should use that to fight or to settle or to take care of the victims of the Ukraine-Russian war. The victims from Ukraine. British government should use that money to support Ukraine for rebuilding of the Ukraine. Yet, until now, 2 years plus down the lane, that the club was sold into 2.5 years into 3 years now, that money is still lodged with the British government. They are taking interest on it. They are making profit on it. Wherever the money has been invested, by now the money would have accrued interest. They've not released the funds yet for the Ukrainian government. Yet the original owner of the club, they've taken the club away from the person. They sold it to another set of people who now are messing up with the club. And the money is still lodged with the British government, not given or donated to the Ukrainian government yet. Why are we doing this? Brits. Why are they doing this? Will they return the club back to the original owner? It's all right. This issue, in the coming days, I know that we will talk more about it. Now let's move back to our striker issue. I spoke a lot about this earlier on today. And I want to point out a few things before I run up. It is hot in the afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Selam's blog once again. Remember, we have our second channel, GH247. Visit us on the second channel. Like our videos there. Subscribe to the new channel as well. Yes, GH247. That's our second new channel. All right, back to our striker issue. I'll touch on it briefly and then we leave. It is hot in the afternoon. I don't get the meltdown actually right now that is happening on social media. Christopher Nkuku is still available. Christopher, he's still available. He can play as a false nine. He just needs to be integrated properly and regain his confidence. Maresca will have to focus now on adapting him to that Jackson role. Not necessarily as the main striker, as the main nine. He's always like behind the main striker. So Maresca will have to find a way to focus on him, to adapt to that role very well. I mean, instead of sidelining him as usual. Because I will not have any sympathy for Maresca. Despite everything, I will not have any sympathy for Maresca despite everything if Chelsea fails to remain in the top 4 position. You see, last season under Pochettino, Pochettino, when Jackson went to AFCON, African Cup of Nations, we had a half-fit Armando Broa. When Jackson went away for AFCON, African Cup of Nations, we had a half-fit Armando Broa leading the line. Nkuku is far better player then, but he was injured. And we make use of the half-fit Armando Broa. Now that we don't have Armando Broa, but we have other options, and Nkuku is fit, I will not have any sympathy for Enzo Maresca if Chelsea fails to remain in the top 4. So this Jackson injury situation should not derail our season. A top 4 finish is still and must still be the target. He has everything needed to make it happen. Dear friends, on your screen currently is Chelsea player squad, the 25-man squad that Chelsea have. I am not too sure. This is the update on the squad list for Chelsea. But I can see some players that I don't expect to see on this list. I'm not too sure why they are still in the list. Meanwhile, this is the new squad list released. Let me quickly go over the list for you one by one. 25 squad players for Chelsea. Abdul Nasser Oluwaton Seni Adebayo. Benoit Badeshele. Lucas Carol Edward Bergenstrom. That's a goalkeeper. Marcus Bettinelli, another goalkeeper. Moses Isaac. Caicedo. Corozo. They have their full names here. My goodness, see names. Moses Isaac. Caicedo. So Caicedo is also called Isaac. All right. Moses Isaac. Caicedo. Corozo. Trevor Tom Chaloba. Mark Cucurella. Saseta. Kenyan Frank Dewsbury Hall. The most surprised one. A lot of the names are surprising me here. Listen to this one. Enzo Jeremiah Fernandez. So Enzo his second name is Jeremiah. Oh my goodness. Enzo Jeremiah Fernandez. Wesley Tijan Fofana. Nicholas Jackson. Rhys James. Philip Jorgensen. Pedro Lomba Neto. Robert Lynch Sanchez. So Robert Sanchez is also Lynch. He better lynch the ball this time around. Robert Lynch Sanchez. Chuku Nonso Madueke. Mykhailo Moidric, still in this squad, means that my ball will be returning. Mykhailo Moidric, Christopher Nkuku, Cole Palmer, Jaden Malik. Sancho is a Muslim. Jaden Malik, Sancho. Wow. Then we have, 6 under 21 players here. Also added. George Achampong, Malo Gusto, Tariq George, McGuay, Romeo Lavia. That is a 25-man squad list for Chelsea. 25-man squad list for Chelsea this season. Dear friends, it is what it is. I am about to run up. You can go through the list by yourselves. Their names are the interesting names. Enzo, Jeremiah, Fernandez, and Moses Isaac Caicedo. Chelsea update. Our Chelsea updated Premier League list is what you can see right there on your screen. Dear friend, all right, quickly. You can't plan for injuries, but everyone knew we needed a box striker in the January transfer window. But we did not. We did not work on it. Clearly, and the sporting directors have ruined the season, which started so well. They got deluded and complacent by the good run of form that we started with. Yes, they've ruined the season because I know Chelsea fans will go into every game right now with one sort of discomfort. They've had 4 windows to plan, buy, and build this squad. Yet, they failed. We still are nowhere near to being a complete team, despite so much money spent. Stewart, Winsterley, and the Cleric Capital Group, they will have to rethink their position in this club. I want to ask, before I go, Reece James did not play in our last game. No, and according to our coach, he is not having any injury crisis. According to our coach from our last presser, he said he just left him out. But in the past few days, he's not training with the squad. Is it part of the protection that they are protecting him? We need answers. We need answers. Dear friend, maybe I need to let you go here. I should be back in the next one. But before then, quickly, Cole Palmer is averaging around 8 fewer touches and attempting 6 fewer passes per 90 minutes under Maresca this season than he did under Mauricio Pochettino last season. I leave that to your judgment. Cole Palmer is averaging around 8 fewer touches and attempting 6 fewer passes per 90 minutes under Maresca this season than he did under Mauricio Pochettino last season. I leave that to your judgment. I'll be back with more exclusives. Shalom and peace.